Hey guys, so today for y'all I have a book review slash movie review of Paper Towns by John Green. I read the book about a year ago and it was okay. It wasn't my favorite John Green book. My favorite John Green book is Looking for Alaska, but this one, it was okay. I enjoyed it, but real quick, my book is actually missing the complete ending of the book. So if you've ever read Paper Towns, you know that the book does not end on hour 22. The book literally ends with them finding Margot. I don't know if that's a spoiler alert, but this video will contain spoilers, but I'll let you know when they really start happening. So my book was actually missing the ending completely. I don't know why. It's not like it's torn out or my copy did not have the ending of the book. So, my general thoughts on the book. I enjoyed it. What my favorite part was whenever Q and Margot went on the journey and did the 9 things that night. That was my favorite part in the book. Now let's talk about the movie. I'll give my general opinion of the movie before we get into the spoiler kind of part of the video. The movie was not my favorite. I did not like it at all. There's so much I have to say about this movie. If we're comparing the movie to the book, to me it was like completely different. I mean, it was the same storyline as the book, but some of the things that they did were completely different from what happened in the actual book. And it really made me mad. Okay, so this is where the spoilers are going to start happening. So in the beginning of the book, when Q and Margot go on their journey to do those 9 things that night, they go to SeaWorld at the end, and that part is completely not in the movie. And I know this is probably because the movie would have been too long and all that kind of stuff. I understand that they had to cut some things out of the book to fit within the movie time. But like, there were small things like that, like SeaWorld. I felt like that was a really big part. And then, this is really where the spoilers come in, okay? At the end of the book, the road trip, it's just supposed to be Radar, Ben, Q, and the blonde girl. I forgot her name. But instead, it's Q, Ben, Radar, Radar's girlfriend, and the blonde girl. Radar's girlfriend is not in the road trip in this book. Another really big thing about the road trip. In the movie, they're going on the road trip 2 days before prom, when in the book, they skip graduation completely to go find Margot on this road trip. That I really did not like. I did not like that at the end of the movie they actually went to graduation and graduated, because that did not happen in the book. They completely skipped graduation, and that made me so sad. And then when they actually got to Agloe and Ben walked in the barn, that's when he was supposed to find Margot. That's what happened in the book. And then in the movie, Margot was not in the barn, and that made me really upset. Because they're supposed to see Margot's car outside the barn, and then they're supposed to walk in and find Margot, and then the blonde chick's supposed to tell Margot off and all this kind of stuff, and then they all get mad and they go spend the night at a hotel because they're really tired, and Q stays with Margot, and then they all leave to go back, and then Margot stays. But no, in the movie, they all leave. Q stays in Agloe by himself, basically stranded, hoping that he finds Margot. And then he kind of gives up hope, so he goes buys a bus ticket to get back to Orlando. That's when he finds Margot walking on the streets. No, he's supposed to find her in the barn. That frustrated me so much. And then Ben was supposed to get back in the car and go back to Orlando with the rest of them. That's not what happens. And then they go to prom, and like, there's so many things in that movie that frustrated me so much. Like Ben, I did not like the guy who played Ben at all. I don't know why. I really did not like him. Also, Margot, the girl who played Margot, Kara, is a model, and she is so pretty. And I thought when I was reading the book, Margot is like really, 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 really pretty. I felt that they portrayed Margot she was very plain for as beautiful and as amazing as Quentin describes her in the book. Like, I wish they would have dressed Margot up a little bit more. Radar, I don't know why, but I absolutely loved Radar. He was so cool. Another thing that happened in the book that did not happen in the movie, which I'm really upset about, is when they go to the abandoned shopping center and they find the little office desk and they find the calendar, and the date has been switched on the calendar to like present day when the building was abandoned years ago, and Margot was the one who changed the date. I was really upset that part wasn't in it. I felt like that was another clue that should have been in the movie that was in the book. But overall, I really did not enjoy that movie. It frustrated me so much. Like, I watched it one night in my dorm room, and I'm glad my roommate wasn't there, even though she's my best friend. I'm glad she wasn't there because I was like screaming at my laptop. I was like, oh my god, no, why? Why would you change such a good part in this book? Like, ugh. So my overall opinion on Paper Towns by John Green, the book and the movie, is that books should not be made into movies or TV shows unless the director, screenwriter, all that jazz is completely gonna stay to the book. Don't make it into a movie, because that just ruins it, and then it ruins it for the people who are too lazy to actually read the book, because then they're watching the movie and it's completely different from the amazing work of art that was written before the movie. Like The Duff. This is a totally different video, but I'm just going to throw this in here real quick. The book for The Duff is completely different from the movie. The movie, there's a character that's added into it that's not even in the book, and then the book, it's a whole different thing. Like, they really shouldn't have made The Duff into a movie. But, back to Paper Towns. That's my final thing on it. Books should not be made into movies. At all. I love John Green. I love his writing. I'm not absolutely crazy about it like some people are. But Looking for Alaska was the best one. And if they make that into a movie, and if they screw that up, I'm going to be very, very, very upset, because that book was possibly one of the best books I've ever read in my life. And I suggest everyone reads that one and not read this. Oh, I feel bad for saying that. But, like, no, this was a good book. Don't watch the movie. The movie was awful. Absolutely awful. And I'm okay with saying that because it's the truth. The book was way better. They messed it up. That's all I have to say. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was kind of a rambly and, very opinionated video. I'm totally okay if you don't agree with my opinion, if you like the movie over the book, or if you actually agree with me. It's whatever. Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has them. That's what my dad just told me. I was like, I don't know if I should actually film this video because, you know, I don't want to be, like, rude to the people who made the movie. But, like, that's my opinion, you know? So, I guess that's it. Oh, if you're wondering who this, like, head is on my shirt, it's Julianne Hough. Her brother, Derek Hough, is underneath her. It's from when I went to Move Live on tour this summer. Those are great. I love them. Yeah, so leave me a comment down below. Tell me your thoughts on the book and the movie, if you've watched and read both of them. Tell me what you thought about it. Did you agree with me? Did you disagree with me? Let's have a conversation about it in the comments below. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. Bye! Yeah, opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got 'em.